What up, guys? This is Zach from Bet on It MMA, and I'm going to give you my early predictions on this weekend's gigantic, super massive card, UFC 285, Jones versus Gane. I'm starting with the prelims all the way to the main event. And again, these are early predictions. This is me without watching film, just me looking at the records and all that. So keep that in mind. Me and Harley will give you the full breakdown on Friday. So we'll have that out for y'all. But yeah, starting with the first fight, Farid Basharat, 9-0, brother of the other Basharat in the UFC. He's making his UFC debut versus Damon Blackshear. Just looking at it on paper, Farid is a big favorite here, but you got to look at Damon Blackshear is, you know, he's a good fighter. He's not just a stepping stone, and essentially that's what they're trying to do here. I am gonna go with Basharat, but keep your eyes on Blackshear, man. He's not a walkover. He's shown that he has wrestling, he has striking, and Basharat, I feel like it just is just too technical. All right. Moving up on the card, we have the second fight, Jessica Penne facing off with Tabatha Ricci. I feel like Ricci is more in her prime right now. Penne is like 40 years old, on a losing streak. And I feel like Ricci is just, what Penne was when Penne was in her prime. A submission artist, get you to the ground. And Ricci does have a little bit of striking with her too. So I like to see Ricci get this fight probably to the ground and win a decision. Penne is a vet, so I don't see her getting subbed right here. But yeah, Ricci by decision. Moving up on the card, we have Mana Martinez versus Cameron Simon. If y'all don't remember who Cameron Simon is, he fought probably a couple UFCs ago, and he fought a debut guy, got put in some bad positions, weathered the storm, ended up getting the win. Mana Martinez out of Texas, real scrappy kid. Not a technician, but will take you to them deep waters and test you. And if there is a upset, I'll feel like this is gonna be the one. Mana Martinez getting it done. But I gotta lean more towards Simon getting the win here. Being a cleaner fighter, he will get tested in this fight, and this will be a good fight for him though. So I look to see Simon get his undefeated record to 8-0, but it will not shock me if Manik pulls up the upset right here. All right. Moving up the card, we have Ian Machado Gary versus Kenan Song. Kenan Song's been in the UFC for quite a while now. Hasn't beat the biggest names, has lost to decent competition. Gary, I want to say is 3 or 4-0 in the UFC right now, getting better with every fight. You see, there's things that he needs to work on, and then he fights and he gets those things fixed. So I see, Gary getting probably the decision win on this one. Won't surprise me if he gets a TKO. Like I said, each fight, this kid keeps getting better and better. All right. Moving up the card, we have Julian Marquez facing off with Marc-Andre. Uh, Marquez is the underdog, not a big underdog on this one, but I'm very confident enough to pick him to win this fight. I just think he has more grit, and he's probably gonna get out techniqued in a couple spots standing. But I think just, his relentless pressure, his heart, his conditioning, I think pulls through and he gets the W on this fight. He'd been supposed to fight like I think a month back. His fight got canceled, so this guy's coming in pretty good shape. All right. Moving up the card, Viviane Araujo facing off with Amanda Ribas. Very, very hard fight to pick. I would not bet on this fight. The only bet I would bet is probably that it goes the distance. Both these girls are good. Both these girls are technical. Both these girls are durable. Ribas is a little bit younger. These girls have like fought some of the same competition too. Araujo will probably be the bigger girl. It's still a toss up to me, man. I could change my mind on next fight prediction. So without watching any footage, I will go with Ribas just being more technical, faster, cleaner striker. Um, Moving up the card, we have Derek Brunson coming back facing off with Dricus Duplessis. Duplessis is, on a win streak, and they're giving him the Brunson test. So we know, with the Brunson test, you're either gonna pass with flying colors or you're gonna get taken down, just held down the whole time. I'm gonna go with Dricus getting the win. But man, Brunson does, you know, have some solid wins versus some solid competitions. I know Plessis just beat Darren Till, but Darren was coming back off of a extremely long layoff, a lot of injuries, and he gave Duplessis a little bit of problems. So good test for Duplessis. I think he passes. And yeah, moving up the card, we have Cody Garbrandt versus Trevin Jones. You know, Garbrandt has been on, a little bit of a losing streak, has been getting caught. Trevin Jones, even though he's been losing the solid competitions and has fought some very, very good names, right? Tough fight to pick, man. I would not bet on this fight. The only bet I would bet is that it does not go the distance, right? We see Garbrandt knock people out. We see Trevin Jones stop people. Garbrandt has chin issues, but he has knockout power. So my pick's gonna be Garbrandt just based on, you know, I think he's been at higher level competition. Like I mentioned, Jones has fought very good fighters on the come up, but Garbrandt has fought these fighters while they're, already solidified. So I'm gonna go with Garbrandt, but definitely I would stay away from that one. All right. Moving on to the first fight on the main card, Jamie Pickett versus Bo Nickal. I mean, Bo Nickal is the super massive favorite. I think he's at minus 1,600. I mean, look for Bo Nickal to get another first round finish here. We've seen striking, but even when he rocks guys, man, he's going to what he knows, wrestling, taking these guys down. There's nobody that I feel can even wrestle in that middleweight division with Bo Nickal. Right? They have Comzat. I know they got Comzat, but Bo Nickal is just on a whole nother level. Yeah, Bo Nickal gets it done. Super exciting fashion. I'm gonna go with under round on this one. So late replacement, we have Mateusz Gamrot facing off with Jalin Turner. Jalin Turner been scheduled to fight on this fight card. Jalin Turner, real good fighter. I think he beats a lot of these guys, a lot of them, but just not Gamrot. I feel like Gamrot is a horrible matchup for him. I feel like Gamrot, even if he doesn't get the takedown at first, he's going to be relentless with this until he gets it to the ground. And I think it's either a decision or a submission victory for Gamrot. Once he gets it to the mat, man, this dude's savage. And Jalin Turner does cut a lot of weight. When you cut a lot of weight, when you go to round two, round three, you start to fade. Turner's been getting a lot of quick victories, but I think Mateusz is going to bring him into the second, third round and, get it done. All right. Moving up to the card, Geoff Neal facing off with Shavkat Rakhmonov. This fight, I think, was supposed to happen a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, maybe longer than that. But yeah, Geoff Neal, very explosive striker, very good striker. You look at a guy like Shavkat, he could do it all. He could strike, he can get you to the ground. He's a very well-rounded, complete fighter. I see Shavkat winning this one, probably by submission. Just being too technical, man. Fighting the perfect fight. This guy doesn't take risks that he doesn't need to. He fights his fight. He doesn't fight his opponent's fights. All right. Co-main event action, we have Valentina Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso in the co-main event for the title. Grasso, she's been looking very good in her last couple fights. Valentina's been looking somewhat human in her last couple fights. But with that being said, man, Valentina, I feel like been there, done that, fought this type of fighter. I see Valentina striking with her a little bit and then ultimately getting it to the ground, man, and just being able to control the fight there. Valentina is probably, one of the best fighters, not just women fighters, all around fighters right now. So she's dominating this division. I see her maybe losing a round, maybe one round, but yeah, I see her getting a decision victory. Grasso's tough. I don't think she'll get put away, but Shevchenko for sure. All right, moving up to the main event. John Jones versus Ciryl Gane. Uh, I mean, I see a lot of people picking Gane. I see a lot of people, saying Jones been out too long, whatever, whatever. Man, John Jones will remind y'all that he's pound for pound best for a reason. And I ain't talking about the rankings because they ain't got him in there. The public knows this man. I mean, come on, man. I get that his last couple fights were, close. So was Valentina's, but like these are the upper echelon of MMA. I get that he's going into a new weight class. I don't think it matters. You know, a lot of these 205ers are walking around 230, whatever. Like, I guarantee you, Jones been sparring heavyweights his whole career. Like, this ain't gonna be nothing new for him. I see him getting it to the ground, you know, getting the dominant position, mount, crucifix, the back, and just getting the ground and pound stoppage just like he did with Gustafsson, man. I get Gane, super athlete. Not okay, let me rephrase that. Not a super athlete, but a athlete in the UFC, you know. But he hasn't been doing this as long as Jones done it, man. Like if Francis is taking you down with a torn knee, come on, man. What is Jones gonna do? So with that being said, guys, I have Jones in this. Uh me and Harley gonna be dropping our episode like we always do Friday. Drop our locks, drop parlays. We got extra parlays on this one since it's such a big card. All we ask is that you like, comment, subscribe, right? If you disagree with me, comment, I'll comment back. If you agree with me, comment, I'll comment back. Let's get it, man. Big card. And yeah, we'll be back on the episode Friday, joint episode. Let's get